attacking Celtic in the new Celtic Park. Well, confirmation, of course, coming up of the Celtic team. Injuries affecting them, of course. Phil O'Donnell, the goal scorer on Saturday against Motherwell, was out, and Pierre Van Hooijdonk fit only to take a place on the bench. But Andreas Tom is fit, and he'll be partnered up front by Andy Walker. Paul McStay playing only his second game of the season after injury.
Well, this is the Celtic side, and they're line up with Barter, Hughes, Boyd and McKinley forming the back four. The real backbone of the team, I feel, is in the centre of midfield. McStay and Collins, two outstanding players. I think Grant will play more of a holding role. Donnelly will give a bit of width on the right-hand side. And up front, Andreas Tom and Walker. Tom's made an excellent start to his career in Scotland, already scored 4 goals. He'll be the man that Celtic are looking forward to tonight.
So Rangers have had the chance to freshen up their side from Saturday's match against Falkirk. They bring back Stephen Wright, Paul Gascoigne, Brian Laudrup and Ali McCoist, who were missing on Saturday, leaving out Craig Moore, Gordon Jury, Alexei Mikhailchenko and Neil Murray. So McCoist with Laudrup and Oleg Salenko in attack.
The Rangers are playing with 3 centre-backs. It's a style that we've become familiar with in England this season. So many sides have played this way. I think the reason why Walter Smith is doing that is because of his European campaign. There you see McLaren, Petrick and Goff, the 2 wing-backs, Wright and Robertson. Centre midfield, Miller and Gascoigne. And as I say, Laudrup linking in between Miller and Gascoigne and McCoist and Salenko.
So, total bedlam for the start of the first Old Firm match of the season. The Coca-Cola Cup quarter-final. It's played to death tonight. There will be a winner and a loser over the next couple of hours or so. And Celtic get the match underway. Nearly touched there for Tosh McKinley. And John Collins involved straight away also. Rangers dropping into that 3-man central defence immediately. First involvement there by Paul Gascoigne. It's a free kick to Celtic. The victim there was Paul McStay. Well, Pierre Van Hooijdonk missing from the Celtic side. That loses one dimension of the attacking possibilities for Celtic on these set pieces. That's Tom Boyd. Well, the settling in process underway. 6 players out there who haven't played an Old Firm match before for Rangers. Wright, Petrick, Gascoigne and Salenko. And for Celtic, Hughes and Tom.
Yes, you mentioned the players there who haven't played this derby. The players I'm looking forward with great interest to see how they cope with this are the foreign players. I think the British players are more accustomed to the aggressive style of this game, but it's a real eye-opener for these foreign players.
Oleg Salenko sampling this now, the first time. £2 million from Valencia in the summer. Right with Salenko, holding off Boyd. With Gascoigne. Under pressure there from Collins. Strong tackle again from John Collins. Good recovery work by Miller. Laudrup operating on the right. Well, looking for a foul there, but he had lost possession. This is McStay. And Miller putting pressure on in the middle of the field there. This is Paul McStay finding space again, very intelligently for Celtic. Donnelly's first involvement. McStay again, Collins has found space. Delightful first touch from John Collins. Well, they had options on the left, Tosh McKinley through the middle, Walker and Tom, but he tried to take on Durham from long range.
Well, Collins has made a good start to the season. He gets it onto his left foot. He's not afraid to shoot. And as you see there, that one goes harmlessly over the bar. But it's interesting that Collins and McStay have made a great start. Very, very important in the central midfield area, just who dominates most.
Interesting too to see that Paul McStay is playing in Paul Gascoigne's area, right in the centre of the field. Peter Grant playing in the right of the midfield trio. Bonham's long clearance, there's John Hughes. Now Tom. Bartlett goes ahead of Donnelly. Nowhere to go there, Laudrup. Closing down the space. Crunching tackle there from Charlie Miller, then from David Robertson. The referee waves play on. Intricate footwork there from Donnelly, and the ricochet means a goal kick to Rangers, but Charlie Miller and David Robertson serving notice early on of their commitment for these tackles.
Well, it's a ferocious challenge from Miller. The second one comes in very late from Robertson. It's what you come to expect in these games. I'm not saying it's right. I hope we don't see too much of it. There's so many outstanding individuals on here, but we don't need that sort of tackle.
Well, it certainly looks as though 19-year-old Charlie Miller is well wound up for the match, going by his first 2 or 3 challenges. This is McLaren. Robertson did well in the air. Covering player for Celtic was Boyd. Using Petric at the back. Petric's getting some abuse from the Celtic supporters. He was reckoned to be on his way to Celtic Park before he suddenly signed for Rangers. Good running by Donnelly away from Miller. This is Tom. And Simon Donnelly taken out of the play there by Charlie Miller after the pass had been released. That's what's upsetting Celtic supporters.
Good strong running this from Donnelly. Gets it into Tom. Onto his left foot. Once again over the bar.
Well, it was Goff, in fact, who made the challenge after the pass had been released on Donnelly. Miller. This is Tom. Tackled by Goff. Foul by Gascoigne and Collins. Well, some searing tackles in the early stages of the match. The referee clearly going to have to call on his vast experience here to keep a firm grip on the proceedings, but still allow the play to flow. Here's Vata. Tackled instantly there by Robertson. Peter Grant unhappy about a lack of movement ahead when he had the chance to take a quick throw. This is Walker. Connolly. This is Collins. Finley supporting on the left flank. Well won by Goff. Now Tom. Into Collins. Well, Collins again supporting superbly from midfield. And they go, very calm indeed. McCoist getting the better there of Boyd in the air. And even Nelly McCoist putting tackles in.
But quite clearly Celtic have made the better start. I think the reason being Donnelly, McStay, Grant and Collins, they've taken a firm grip on the midfield. Rangers do look a little bit short in that area. As I said, a great responsibility on Gascoigne.
Layoff from Salenko. This is Lauder, a chance to run at the defence. He's in the clear here. This is Salenko. It was a chance, all right. The best opening of the match so far, created by Brian Laudrup.
Well, that's what Laudrup's capable of doing. He gets past 2 defenders, not particularly good challenge. He really takes Salenko by surprise, and he really scuffs his shot. Certainly a good opening, and the best chance of the game.
Miller with Peter Grant, they're in direct opposition. 2 very determined characters. Here's Grant again. Now Donnelly. Hughes to Vata. Now Donnelly. Tom. Tackle came from Gascoigne. Not happy about that. He thought it should have been a throw. Concern about his temperament for a match like this. Very heavy tackle there by Gascoigne. Referee McCluskey taking no further action except the free kick. Clearance there by McLaren. Good play by Grant. Robertson just made the interception. And Tom is offside. Well, very quick indeed, and an ideal player to break through an offside trap.
Well, the linesman was very late putting his flag up. I don't think he was offside. He looked along the line, just held his ground.
For Rangers.
Just returning to Paul Gascoigne, you know he's got to be careful. Already he's been pulled up for 2 offences. He may not be so fortunate if he commits a third.
Collins laying it back to Boyd. An international trio there, Boyd, McKinley and Collins on the Celtic left. This is Collins. Good play again from Laudrup. Warming to the task for Rangers. Interception made by Bata. Now Walker. Good turn. That's good play from midfield from Celtic. On the far side is Tom. Looking for options ahead. Donnelly comes inside, leaving space there for Rudy Bata on the right. Now Walker. Stumble on the ball. No infringement there as McLaren brings it clear. Here's Laudrup. Shot up the line by Grant. Now Gascoigne. Stephen Wright in space on the far side. Supported here by Petric. Now Stephen Wright is very pacey indeed. Well, this clearance was a good one. Bringing it out with the wrong foot effectively, but managing to keep it well away from the danger area. £1.5 million Stephen Wright cost from Aberdeen. Throw finds Laudrup. Elusive play again. Robertson. This is Miller. Now McCoist. Salenko. Tom's turn was very well read by Goff. Now Gascoigne. Laudrup forward. This is Simon Donnelly for Celtic. Now Walker. Good running by Donnelly. He has Tom through the middle. Collins supporting from a deeper position. Good positioning also by Walker. Well, the angle ball, but no one on the far side of the area there. But Andy Walker's cross. Salenko put under pressure there by Boyd. The throw goes to Celtic. Salenko's in trouble. A bang on the knee there in that challenge. So, Salenko appears to be all right. Celtic begin another measured build-up. Tom coming off his marker, who is Alan McLaren at the moment. Grant again, seeing a lot of the ball early on. Now Boyd. McKinley. Grant again in space. Laying on the ball too long. Charlie Miller. 2 up. Laudrup was one of them. Chance here for Rangers. That's for McCoist. Well, Brian Laudrup with a chance to go there himself. Chose to try the back heeler. And Celtic on the counter-attack. Walker to McStay. Driving at the Rangers defence. It's good play by McStay. And the deflection into the side netting from McLaren. Could scarcely have been closer. Well, swift attacking play from Celtic.
It's great play from McStay. He really goes at the heart of the Rangers defence, drives at them into the near post. Gorham's really fortunate to see that just go past the post.
Headed away there was by McLaren. That's Gascoigne. Bata and Donnelly combining. It's a very impressive opening spell from Celtic. Donnelly again. Breaks off his shins from McLaren's clearance.
just prior to that let-off of Rangers, they were in a great position. They broke 3-on-2. The man who wants on the ball, Laudrup, faced with a one-on-one situation. He was really careless. Little back heel when he should have got the last man.
Using the pace of Robertson. That's McCoist. Great play in the tongue. Saved by Marshall. It's a corner kick to Rangers. Good play by McCoist.
Great play from Laudrup too. Lovely ball inside the fullback for Robertson. Look at this return from McCoist. Onto his left foot. Just over. Good play from Rangers.
So the corner kick will be taken here by Gascoigne. Level in corner kicks. Headed away by McStay. Here's Laudrup. Gascoigne again. Great play there. Goff climbing in late. He's the offender. It's a free kick. John Hughes is the victim. It's some delightful play there from Paul Gascoigne.
Yes, you see Gascoigne here. Tricks McStay onto his left foot. Good cross. In comes Goff. And as you can see, that's a foul.
So a little flash of the Gascoigne genius there for Rangers. Looking at that in that area of the field from the English international. So approaching the quarter-hour mark and another free kick. McCoist the culprit this time. Josh McKinley the victim. Petric out of reach for that. Here's Tom. Well held there by Gorham. The dipping volley from the German international.
Good play between the front two of Celtic. Nice little nod down from Walker. Tom was onto it. You can see Gorham can't hold it.
Gascoigne. Cross here to McLaren. Gascoigne demanding the ball again. Asking a lot of David Robertson. Going for a throw. Very ambitious attempt at a pass there from Gascoigne. Rangers certainly keen to use the pace of Robertson. Mark de Vries has scored both these goals for Sheffield Wednesday. Crew. To Andy Gorham, coming into this match with a very impressive record of 6 shutouts in 8. Petric has right outside him. Miller calling for the ball in midfield, but he was very tightly marked by Grant. This is Goff. Petric, leaving a long pass for McCoist. Well, McCoist acknowledges the quality of the attempt from Goran Petric. Here's Andy Walker. Well tackled by McLaren. Central defence. Very good defending there by Stephen Wright, but some sweeping play again from Celtic.
Yes, Donnelly's made a very impressive start. Good vision there. Sees that Tom's one-on-one with Goff. An excellent defending from Wright.
And there's Tom, a major threat to the Rangers defence. Here's John Collins. John Hughes arriving in the box late. Good back healer, there's Collins. Well, Celtic would like to use these short corner kicks. Now it's Collins on the throw. McKinley's cross. Time here for Grant. Stephen Wright's head up. That's McCoist. Low drop, tackled there from the back by McKinley. Free kick's been given. McKinley and the Celtic supporters over there not happy about that, but it did seem to be a tackle from behind, which was illegal.
We'll see if it is. No, I think he's got the ball, hasn't he? Not too much wrong with that tackle.
Always worry about these from the back, I think. In Europe anyway, these referees who, Jim McCluskey, a regular in the European circuit. This is McLaren. Loudham again, free roll. Bartha's head up. Collins to McStay. Tom again coming deep to good effect. This is Grant. Now Walker. Well held up by Petric. Handball against Andy Walker. No complaints from the referee about the tackle.
I think what they complained about was a little nudge.
Charlie Miller wide, that's Stephen Wright. Now Gascoigne. Miller in space again. David Robertson racing forward on the left. Chance here for Robertson. He had much more time than he realised. That's the best chance of the match so far.
Well, it's good approach work from Miller. When it goes to Robertson, he gets a lucky break. Really, it's an awful attempt at goal. It's a great chance there for Robertson.
He's already scored twice this season for Rangers too, David Robertson. So no stranger to these goal-scoring positions. Great tackle by Grant. McStay picks up the loose ball. Collins to his left. McStay going it alone. It's a great save from Gorham. Superb midfield play from Paul McStay. And Gorham comes to the rescue of Rangers.
Well, Charlie Miller lost it. He was hustled out of it. McStay gets on to his right foot. A great save from Gorham.
So a corner kick count going Celtic's way. Andreas Tom got to that. Well, it's been an impressive opening spell. There's a lot of good football, and Celtic looking particularly nimble in midfield.
Yes, a good example there of their domination was when Charlie Miller had the ball. Immediately, three Celtic midfield players converged on him. They won possession, and quickly McStay drove at the Rangers back four. It was only a great save from Gorham that stopped them from taking the lead.
Now Loudrop, chance in the counter-attack against Bata. Stood the ball, the wrong moment for Rangers. This is Hughes. Bata to Donnelly, a hospital pass, I reckon. Gascoigne swooping there for the interception. Well, we really have seen some good quality football in the opening quarter of the match, Trevor.
Yes, you feel that every time Loudrop has the ball, it spells danger for Celtic. You just wish he could be a little bit more consistent. He's got such tremendous individual talent. It's worth keeping an eye on him, because when he lost possession there, he started limping. Just wonder if he's turned his ankle.
Well, Rebelling in this free roll, he can go anywhere he wants on the field.
It's certainly a great position to play in, isn't it? And you've got to be talented to play that position. He's got everything, really. I think he's a tremendous individual player.
Well, a good spell of form is Tosh McKinley. Coming forward for Celtic with Collins ahead. Still Celtic in possession. Tom again coming deep. Andy Walker staying leading the line as the spearhead. This is Collins again. And no point at all in long, hopeful high balls into the box for Celtic. Especially with Van Hooijdonk missing. And Charlie Miller goes in very late on Paul McStay. And referee McCluskey this time has no option.
No, it was a daft challenge from Miller. What surprised me that it's taken 22 minutes for a player's going to book. Certainly if this was a Premiership game in England, the player would have been certainly booked before now. I think the referee's been rather lenient.
Well, Charlie Miller certainly well fired up for the occasion, the 19-year-old. Youngest player on the field. Now John Collins, so deadly against Rangers on these set pieces. His record is remarkable. Rudy Vata there also. Very well struck by Vata and taken calmly by Gorham. Excellent goalkeeping.
Good power, good direction, a good positioning from Gorham.
And Gorham made light of that. Petric back with Goff. In midfield is Miller. John Hughes. Now Miller, good control with the head. He's fouled there clearly by Donnelly. Interesting too to see, Trevor, that Peter Grant is on Charlie Miller. Paul McStay against Paul Gascoigne.
Yes, there's actually a lot of room in that midfield. I thought that perhaps Grant would mark Gascoigne, but that hasn't been.
Good tackle by Collins, robbing Petric. 3 against 3. Gascoigne getting back to make the third defender. Collins driving forward. Well, he's had the golden touch this season, John Collins. Looking to chip that one in, I think.
I think he was caught in two minds. He wanted to hit it with his left foot, comes back onto his right, and it's a tame cross into Gorham's hands.
John Collins again showing another aspect of his play, his tackling ability. Laudrup has David Robertson outside him. McCoy's calling for the ball in the middle. Selenko is short. This is Laudrup. Good running again by Robertson. A chance for Rangers. Beaten away brilliantly by Marshall. But the two best chances of the match falling to David Robertson of Rangers. McKinley on the counter-attack. Celtic have lots of players forward. One of them is Vata. Cross won't reach him though. But what a chance that was for Rangers. Gordon Marshall with a fine save.
Once again, clever play from Laudrup. Picks out Robertson. This time is a much better effort. A great save for Marshall.
There's a problem though, Trevor, for Celtic. The way Robertson's making those runs, he's not being picked up.
No, I would think the Rangers are a little bit disappointed that the best two chances have fallen to him. I'm sure those sort of chances they would like to fall to McCoist, perhaps Selenko or even Laudrup.
Goff left for the ball for Rangers. The interception was made by Collins. Again, driving at the Rangers defence. Here's Tom. Selenko did well to halt the progress. Now Donnelly, Vata sprinting outside him. Well blocked by Goff. Clearance there from David Robertson. Very willing play on the right flank though by Rudy Vata, the Albanian international. Here he is again. Going inside Robertson. Right header. That's Laudrup. Selenko trying to hold off Boyd. No infringement, says the referee. Celtic retaining possession here.
You feel in that situation, Selenko's got to work harder to retain possession. If he's playing up front, he's got to keep the ball for his teammates.
McStay again, finding space. Colliding there with Richard Goff as Tom tries to go it alone. Paul McStay on the ground. The Celtic supporters incensed about that. The clash with Goff. And the referee's taking action here against the Rangers captain. McStay was making a run. He was body checked by Goff. So it's a second booking. Richard Goff joining Charlie Miller in the referee's book.
Well, if the referee considers it to have been a foul, why did he give the free kick? Because I'm sure that Celtic would have preferred to let a free kick It's only 5 yards outside the penalty box in a good scoring position.
Well, he seemed to give the advantage as Tom had possession, but surrounded by defenders. McStay is recovered. Forward there for McKinley. Good running. Goff read that well. Tackled by Collins and Gascoigne. Here's Collins again. Now Walker. That's for McKinley. Well, asking a little bit too much of the fullback. McKinley not happy with the pass. Gave him little chance there. There's some great variety in the Celtic attacking play in the match. And that goal for Southend scored by Paul Byrne, who scored here the new year for Celtic against Rangers.
What a goal it was.
Hughes with Solenko, the foul committed by the Russian. Little nudge while the ball was in the air, picked up by referee McCluskey. Petrick's judging it well in the air, but the header reaches Collins only. First time pass from McStay, who's having a fine match for Celtic. That's Walker. And Goff is scoring that away for the goal kick. And McKinley and Bart are making those runs on the flanks for Celtic, supporting the front men. But Paul McStay really, Trevor, has been involved in virtually everything for Celtic.
Yes, he's made 1 or 2 excellent forward runs. What he tends to do is he tends to interchange with Tom. Tom likes to come deep, having the ball to feet. That's fine, and then straight away either Collins or McStay, they go up front. It's a problem for Rangers because the movement of the Celtic players is excellent.
So the Celtic captain leading by example tonight. And the half hour, still no goals, but lots of good football and action here. Here's Solenko. Well, Celtic may have had the better of the play, the best chances falling to Rangers, and to David Robertson in particular. A misjudgment there by Stephen Wright. Well, that tells the story where the play has been, Celtic having that dominance. Celtic supporters in good voice, enjoying this opening half hour of the Old Firm match. There's Gascoigne, making space for himself. Robbed neatly there by Tom. That's for Walker to chase, he's offside. Another very tight decision. Tommy Burns there on the touchline with instructions.
Yes, he was just offside. But that pass came about through 2 Celtic players pressing very, very hard on Paul Gascoigne, and one of them was Andreas Tom. He comes back into the midfield area, does a lot of good defensive work.
Celtic pressing whenever the ball reaches the Rangers midfield. They don't mind the back 3 exchanging passes, but now they have to cope with Laudrup and Robertson. There's Gascoigne, late challenge there by Robertson by Gascoigne, by McStay rather, as the break was on for Rangers. Charlie Miller it was. But David Robertson's in trouble. A late tackle by Paul McStay.
Once again, the 2 of them linking up there, Laudrup and Robertson. That's a bad tackle. And here you see a good chance for Miller. Left foot past the post.
David Robertson requiring treatment, a little wonder.
Here you see a late challenge with McStay. Well, he's lucky to get away with that.
Well, in the context of the 2 bookings so far, Paul McStay very fortunate. So Celtic having the edge also, an attempt at goal, and also on shots on target. McStay with John Hughes behind. Here's Bata. Walker trying to hold off McLaren. It's not easy. Well, Rangers at the edge last season, the league matches. 2-0 they won at Ibrox. Then it was 3-1 at Hampden. 1-1 at Ibrox, and then one success for Celtic for 3-0 at the end of the season. But after the championship had been won effectively by Rangers. There's Petric. McCoist coming short. Now Gascoigne. Loudrup tackled well by McStay. Good play by Tom. Here's McStay again. Assessing all the options ahead. And then using Collins beside him. McKinley. Misunderstanding there with Walker. It was well read by Goff. Salenko. White. Peter Grant was in the way for Celtic. Well, a lot more time there for Celtic in defence. Patient play again from the back. Both sides allowing the defenders to have possession as much as they want. And starting to work in midfield. There's Boyd. Walker coming short this time. Now Collins. Celtic have certainly had to alter their attacking approach with no Van Hooijdonk to hit with high balls. They have varied things very effectively indeed. Here's Tosh McKinley. The driven cross, deflected from Goran Petric. But they are missing a big man up front, Trevor.
I think both teams are, because Rangers are without Mark Hateley. What it does is it gives you an out ball. And I think they miss their physical presence also.
Corner kick count going Celtic's way. As Collins loops it in towards Hughes. Goff won it well for Rangers. That's Gascoigne. Only Salenko up front. Putting pressure on Boyd. Ball's been carried out by Tom Boyd. That's good play by Salenko. Stuck to his task there. Yes, surprised Boyd.
As soon as Tom Boyd elected to head the ball, Salenko knew he was under pressure. Closed him down well and forced a throw-in. That's exactly what I mean about Loudrup. So inconsistent. A man of his ability, you can't believe he can't pass the ball 2 yards. He puts it out for a throw-in.
Petric with a header. Boyd wants to let that run, and Salenko can do nothing about that. The Celtic have a goal kick. Well, Tom Boyd, a regular now in central defence for Celtic. Well, there's some terrific action coming up on Sky Sports. Newcastle United against Chelsea on Super Sunday, 3:30. Then Queen's Park Rangers against Tottenham on Monday evening. And then Manchester United against Rotar of Volgograd. It's on Tuesday, so lots of action coming up on Sky Sports, and terrific action tonight here at Celtic Park. Goff turning back. And notice, no Celtic player putting pressure on Andy Goram. They recognise his ability with the ball at his feet. Gascoigne this time, the midfield player coming deep. Loudrup again. Back with McLaren. Target Salenko. Good judgment there by the Russian. The tackle well timed by Hughes. One of the two new Celtic players to Old matches. Andreas Tom is also performing very well indeed. Loudrup with a little exchange for Salenko. McStay's pass. Walker's layoff. This is Tom. It's great play from Celtic once again. Petric kept his eye on the ball. Peter Grant making the first tackle on Gascoigne, but Petric coming clear. Running straight into Paul McStay. Now the Rangers defence is disorganised. Wasn't anticipated by McStay, and Petric was back to intercept. The pass reaches Salenko. Relentless action. Now Gascoigne. Showing too much of that to the Celtic defence, though. Donnelly wanted more time than Robertson would permit, but it's a throw to Celtic. Right to Bata. Donnelly couldn't control the driven pass. Well, the late stage of the first half, no goals, but remember, this match must be settled tonight. Extra time and penalty kicks if required. Here's Goff. It's cut off there by Grant's header, and now Laudrup can attack Donnelly. Space on the far side for Wright. Good ball inside, and Hughes was there ahead of McCoist. But once again, Celtic vulnerable to the flank players for Rangers.
Well, that was fantastic play from Laudrup. Just look at the vision here. Picks out Wright at the back post there. He does the right thing right, puts it back in the danger area. Hughes, he knew McCoist was behind him.
Laudrup again. Another corner kick off Donnelly. So Brian Laudrup prepares to take the corner. Gordon Marshall organising his defenders. Everyone except Andy Walker back for Celtic. Hughes won that from Goff. Here's Tom. Andy Walker has to come back onside. Charlie Miller is with Tom. Very good play by Miller. Wright helps it all the way back to Gorham. Now the closing stages of the first half. Goal for either side now, Trevor, with an enormous impact.
Yes, it's rather surprising that we haven't seen a goal. There's been a feast of good football. I would think that Celtic are reasonably pleased. They've had a lot of possession, but in terms of chances, I remember McCoist, Miller, Robertson twice. They've all gone close, and their chances have been in the penalty box. Celtic have been restricted to shots outside the box.
So, fascinating match, a great contrast in styles and in tactics. McStay to McKinley. This is Boyd. Interception made by Petric. Petric again ahead of Boyd. This is Paul McStay back in defence. Bata. Donnelly made a good angle for him. This is Bata again. Now Hughes. Of 30 in the big time here. A great player for Falkirk for a few seasons after joining them from Swansea City. This is Boyd. The layoff from Walker. This is Collins. Now Walker. Neat turn away from Goff. He has Grant to his side. Well, he's been known to score some spectacular ones from there. He had time to set himself.
Well, that's the sort of attempts I'm talking about. I don't think Rangers mind too much. They've restricted Celtic to 3 or 4 shots from outside the box. They know in Gorham they've got an outstanding keeper. It's got to be a great shot to beat him from 30 yards.
Gascoigne dropping deep again. Moving away from Walker. Head up all the time, looking for the options. Great pass wide. That's Stephen Wright. Gascoigne not pleased with the attention on him there as he released the pass. A word with the referee. Salenko's turn was brilliant. Chance for Rangers. Very close indeed. Brilliant play from Oleg Salenko.
And I think you'll find this an equally good save from Marshall. Great turn from Salenko. Does the right thing. Shoots across the goal. I think Marshall's got a hand to it.
Well, this is why it's a corner kick. The touch there by Marshall was crucial. This is Gascoigne. Handball against Donnelly. He's going to be in trouble for that. A hand upraised from the referee indicating the offence. But for the moment he's going to his top pocket for his notebook there. Donnelly did appear to try to lean in there and play the ball with his chest. Marshall organising the wall now. Petric and Laudrup over the ball. Petric has power. Laudrup has dexterity. Can swerve the ball in. Switch to Miller. Shooting chance on. Great play by Miller. Well, he was ambitious in the end. Having made space for himself, tried the chip shot.
I can't believe Celtic allowed to have this sort of space, totally unmarked. Lovely little dummy, little curl with right foot, just past the post again.
Well, the driven effort with the left foot might have been more effective. Charlie Miller showing his composure at the edge of the penalty area and his disappointment about the finish.
Yes, he's annoyed with himself. I think he feels he should have scored.
Collins with a header. In goes Petric. So the throw goes to Celtic. Charlie Miller now has on McLaren and lots of space. Gascoigne ahead, calling for the ball. But Laudrup has come deep also. Robertson has gone well forward. He's in behind Vata. The covering player was Hughes. It has been remarkable the way Robertson in particular, and Wright to a lesser extent, have been able to advance and cause problems for Celtic on the flanks.
Yes, you feel that Vata's fallen for it every time. It must be 4 occasions now.
Salenko couldn't keep that in. So approaching the half-time whistle, very little stoppage time. Over the piece, Trevor. Who's at the better of things?
Well, I would think that Rangers are a little bit more satisfied at this moment than Celtic. I think the Celtic started extremely well. They were bossing again in midfield. But if you look at the chances, I think Rangers will feel they should be in the lead.
So a foul throw. It's a throw now to Rangers, which Robertson takes. The referee McCluskey is checking his watch. There won't be much time to add on. Only one visit from either physiotherapist in the first half. Here's Gascoigne, but he wanted the chance to complete this move. The half-time whistle goes. It's been fast and furious. There's some excellent football from both sides. David Robertson had 2 terrific chances in front of goal. So too did Charlie Miller. And they were the best chances of the match. Celtic dominating the long spells in midfield, but Rangers with the better chances. It's been excellent football in the first half. Join us after the break. It's Celtic 0, Rangers 0.
He's been out with a hamstring injury, not 100% fit. If it was just a 90-minute game, I'm sure he might just bring him on half-time, but he's looking at perhaps another half an hour.
So the second half about to begin. Referee McCluskey has not yet appeared. 2 bookings in that first half, Richard Gough and Charlie Miller for Rangers. Some very heavy tackling early on, but the referee clearly trying to let the players settle down.
Well, I think there's more good football in this game than was in that game that I spoke about 8 years ago. On that occasion, most of the players forgot there was a ball to be playing.
Well, they remember the ball tonight. It's with Dali McCoist and Oleg Salenko. Remember, this match must be played to a finish. Extra time and penalties if required. But there's Coca-Cola Cup quarter-final, second half about to be underway. Referee McCluskey is satisfied. No change in personnel on either side. So we're underway for the second half. And looking quickly at the formations of the two sides, no obvious alterations tactically. Exactly as they started. Rangers with 3 central defenders. Wright and Robertson, the wing-backs, pushing forward. Miller and Gascoigne, the centre of midfield. Laudrup free to support McCoist and Salenko. It's a 4-4-2 basically for Celtic. Midfield, Simon Donnelly pushing forward when he can. There is McStay, Grant, Collins. Foul there on Salenko, giving the free kick to Rangers. Here's McCoist. Laudrup has found space again. That's for McCoist to chase. The covering player is Boy. He's quick enough. Took a rap on the ankle from McCoy, which he didn't appreciate. Donnelly forward. That's well read again by Goff. Walker was on his heels. Space here for Laudrup. Attacking Hughes. There's Salenko. Clearance there by Collins. Gascoigne trying to hold off Paul McStay. A foul by the Celtic captain.
Good strength here from Gascoigne. Knew there was a player behind him, didn't know who it was, but he knew that he had to hold that ball. Good upper body strength from Gascoigne.
McStay penalised. Gascoigne over the free kick for Rangers. McCoy waits in the box. Headed away there by Grant, straight to Miller. In goes Grant again. Miller strong enough to win it back. McCoy makes the run. Good play there by Vata, but the pass back forcing Marshall to concede the corner. Smile from Gordon Marshall. For the hold-up, an injured player requires some attention. Rudy Vata, I think. So first involvement in the outfield for Brian Scott, the Celtic physio, arriving here to look after Rudy Vata.
The feature of Rangers play during the first half was the interplay between Laudrup and Robertson. And straight away at the start of the second half, Robertson's trying to make runs in behind Donnelly. And you can see that Donnelly loves going forward. He's been very, very impressive going forward. Doesn't relish the idea of chasing back. And I think that that's where Rangers are going to capitalise on that unless Celtic have a rethink.
Well, the applause there for Gascoigne going to take the corner kick. Tommy Bonds there in the director's box. Fergus McCann in front of him. That noise was for Gascoigne. Goff coming to meet that. Held by Marshall. Well, a chance there in the air for Richard Goff from the corner kick, although he was under severe pressure. The tackle came from McCoist on McKinley. Here's Walker. Much too heavy a touch. John Collins explains he could have taken the ball short. So Rangers switching the play quickly via Gorham to McLaren. This is Laudrup. Knew Vata was right behind them, but Vata did enough to trouble Laudrup there. He's had some injury problems early in the season, but that's not fully at his best.
But that's where Rangers are trying to work the ball. Whenever they get it, they're trying to get it into that little area. Laudrup, he must have played 90% of the first half in that sort of left-hand side position. As soon as he gets it, it's the signal for Robertson to make that run in behind Donnelly.
Goss header, collected here by Grant. Now Vata. Movement ahead from Walker. This is Grant again. Now Donnelly. That's Vata, he's caught offside. Well, the Celtic supporters not at all happy about that.
Let's have a look for ourselves. It's very, very tight, and once again the linesman puts his flag up so late.
Looked to be in line, which would have put him onside. It's back from right to Petric. There's Gascoigne. So here's McLaren. Now Goff. Miller holding off McStay. Well, McStay very much up for this match, as you might expect. Well, the score update from south of the border. Nottingham Forest in trouble against Bradford City. 2-1 down. Salenko. Simon Donnelly stepping in. There certainly was a defensive problem there between Simon Donnelly and Rudy Vata. Their understanding not quite perhaps what was required when Rangers had the ball. Headed away by Hughes. That's McStay. Tough challenge there by Robertson. Salenko. Great ball forward for Robertson. There's no offside. The ball had gone out of play though. Strong Determined play by Robertson.
It's clever play too by Selenko. Lovely little flick. Robertson getting in once again behind the Celtic back four.
Well, for David Robertson, it's a new set of tactics to develop, because he played for Aberdeen before coming to Rangers, played in a flat back four there. He's been in a flat back four at Rangers until this season. But he's having the opportunity here to show his attacking prowess and using his terrific pace on that left-hand side, troubling Donnelly and Bata. McKinley's throw, that's Walker. Away by Petric, straight to McStay. McKinley, beautifully controlled by Tom. Still retaining possession. The whistle had gone for a free kick to Celtic. Well, Celtic wanted the advantage.
Well, as you can see there, Celtic had good possession. They wanted the advantage rule. To be fair to the referee, he had to blow immediately.
And there's Tom. Inside there to Grant. It's Hughes who'd gone forward to join the attack. He uses power in the air. This is Tom, caught by Miller. And Miller clearly concerned. He's been booked, remember. Referee McCluskey waves them away.
Well, I can't see what Miller's complaining about. Clearly he's brought Tom to the floor.
Well, I wonder if he was concerned about seeing a red card, having been booked in the first half. A chance, though, for Celtic. Andreas Tom. Rudy Bata has scored against Rangers from a free kick at the end of the last season, and John Collins makes a habit of it. He's over the ball. There's Collins. Magnificent save from Gorham. Plucked out of the top corner by Gorham.
Great free kick from Collins. Tremendous power. And a good save from Gorham.
Well, they have more work to do now. Well, the kick swung in there, commanding header away by Petric. That's Bata. Too big a hurry. He had time in the ball. John Collins gives him a bit of stick there because he wanted a pass played forward. Petric switching the play to the far side to McLaren. Celtic don't appear to mind if Rangers pass the ball among their back three. Now it's with Gascoigne. Selenko comes short. Here's Miller, well forward this time. Right into space by Gascoigne for Selenko. Still Selenko. Carrying the ball out, it's a corner kick. Well, like Selenko having a few words to say there. What his complaint is, I'm not sure.
No, it's McCoy's who's complaining because Selenko got to the byline. He should have whipped the cross in. McCoy's made a great run to the near post and he wanted it early.
Oh, language difficulty there perhaps also. There's Richard Goff. The edge of the penalty area for Gascoigne's corner. The header came from Petric. Oh, Rangers are menacing in that position with Petric and Goff coming in from deep positions. Rudy Bata for Celtic. So Grant playing it hopefully forward. There haven't been too many balls like that played in the match. That's a careless clearance though. Petric to Collins. This is Walker. McKinley goes outside him, uses him as a decoy. The angle ball was intended for Collins. It was well read again by Goff. Here's Laudrup now on the right. Selenko ahead. Good tackle made in the end by Boyd. There's Laudrup again. Feels the handball waved aside. Selenko asked to chase here. Pass from Gascoigne. Well, Selenko is definitely warming to the task.
Yes, it's not easy for him playing in a derby like this. He's certainly never experienced anything like this before.
Walker's layoff intended for Grant. Won by Gascoigne. Well, Gascoigne not happy there, looking for a free kick, which the referee wasn't going to give. McKinley. Goff's headed clearance. Right, looking for Solinko, the bounce beats him. Donnelly. Grant spots Bata on the far side. Donnelly goes outside him. Careless pass, asking a lot of Donnelly. It was too close to Robertson.
Yes, the final ball was awful there because they've got a good 2-on-1 situation.
There's Donnelly again, robbing Alan McLaren. Now with Collins. Walker. Donnelly helps it on. It's a good ball. A chance there for Rudi Bata. Couldn't wait until the ball came down low enough for the volley.
Once again, good build-up play from Celtic. Walker on the ball. Little flick on there from Donnelly. Falls to Bata. Can't quite get his foot over it, but he's pushing forward a lot more now the last few minutes. Celtic are definitely trying to take the game more to Rangers.
Well, attempts at goal plentiful in this match. Remarkable there are none to show, no goals to show for this. That's McKinley. Petric and Goff together. Now Gascoigne. McStay battling hard with him in midfield. Brown, Gascoigne showing a little bit of temper. Arms flailing there. But the referee has words with both players.
Gascoigne, he doesn't mind this, does he? He likes players getting in very close to him. Little elbow. Well, he's a little bit fortunate to get away with it. But he invites players in. He doesn't mind them getting close to him. He uses his body to shrug them off. And wins the free kick.
Rangers free kick. Paul McStay doing a bit of holding in the first place, but Gascoigne certainly nipping back there with the elbow. Referee McCluskey content with a quiet word to both players. McCoist. And off by Hughes. Right under pressure there from Collins. Staying with a good tackle on Solinko. Petric commanding against Tom in the air. Here's Collins. Now Donnelly. On the far side is Bata. Well forward once again. Walker's dropped deep. There's no one in attacking position through the middle there for Celtic. Tom coming in now. Donnelly to Walker. Good interchange of passes.
The problem is when they get into that area, they're looking to play a ball into the area. Any sort of ball would do, but they have to play everything onto the floor because without Hoydonk there, they can't put an aerial ball in. Perhaps it's the moment for Hoydonk now. I think Walker's been struggling a little bit the last few minutes. I've questioned whether Hoydonk is fit. So only Tommy Burns will know that. If he is fit enough, I'm sure it's the moment to bring him on.
Right up there, taking a little knock in the face. He wasn't happy with that as John Hughes challenged. Still nursing a blow in the mouth, but Celtic have a free kick. So, Ryan Murdoch showing a little blood there on the lip. And for a clash with Hughes. This is Paul McStay. Donnelly using Hughes at the back. Good feet time in Donnelly. Good control. Collins has Tom coming deep. So played forward there by Collins to Donnelly. He's found space. A shooting chance. A good effort. That was swerving. Goro made it look easy.
Good play this. You feel McLaren should have come out and closed him down much quicker. Fortunately for him, it goes straight in the centre, straight into this man's hands.
So as activity down below is on the benches. I think both sides are going to make a change very shortly. And the first will be made, I think, by Rangers. None will be made simultaneously. Pierre Van Hooijdonk and Alec Cleland wait to come on. Players coming off are David Robertson and Andy Walker, I think. David Robertson withdrawn. no sign of injury there. Alec Cleland could be a direct replacement for him. And Andy Walker withdrawn for Celtic in the change. Trevor Francis mentioned. Pierre Van Hooijdonk, to a tremendous welcome, enters the fray.
Well, I can only presume that Robertson has an injury. In fact, just looking down below me here in the dugout, they've given him an ice pack. Definitely has a problem, because he's been very, very effective trying to push forward there for Rangers. As I predicted, Hooijdonk was the man to come on. Feel a bit sorry for Walker, because every time he got the ball, he was under pressure. He's a big favourite here, Hooijdonk, and the fans wanted him on.
Donnelly to Van Hooijdonk. Tom on the right. Rangers have switched to fullbacks now. Stephen Wright is at left back. Alec Cleland at right back. Grant. Chance for Van Hooijdonk. Great tackle by Goff. Right at the last seconds. Well, a chance opened up there just for a fleeting second until Goff appeared. Here's Laudrup. And it's won there by Paul McStay. The deflection gives the throw to Celtic, but Richard Goff saved the day without question for Rangers.
Here you saw the type of ball that I was on about. It's in the air. Awful defending there from Petrick. And he's got a chance. Hooijdonk in the first minute. He comes on.
Well, Richard Goff, maybe that saving tackle for Gordon Petrick shows him a little depth there. The Celtic supporters, excellent voice here, perhaps sensing the prospect of the game going their way. Here's Andreas Tom, nipping in there on Petric, a little bit casual. Van Hooijdonk robbed by McLaren. This is Charlie Miller, brought down by Grant. Apology offered by Peter Grant to Charlie Miller. And the Rangers players complaining, I think, there's no yellow card being shown.
I can understand why. I mean, there's no attempt to play the ball there. Miller's beating him for pace. Grant can't get near him, so he's brought him to the floor.
Well, there have been bookings for Charlie Miller himself. That's why he was so upset, I think, and also for Richard Goff in the first half. A stumble there by Cleland. Unlucky.
The chance that Celtic had just a couple of minutes ago, they've been working now for, 60-odd minutes to try and play that ball into the box and not been able to do so. Everything's had to be played into feet. It's been too predictable as far as I'm concerned, the build-up. But that sort of ball from Barter, not a particularly good ball, but it was a ball that they could play in without sort of looking.
So a new dimension for Celtic's attack with the introduction of Pierre Van Hooijdonk. Here's Tosh McKinley. Tackle came from Miller. So, what's happening elsewhere? Bradford City 3, Nottingham Forest 1. First leg match in the Coca-Cola Cup second round in England. Major shock. Here's Boyd. To Tom. Collins. Across it goes to Paul McStay. Barter supports from right back. Donnelly's ahead. Pierre Van Hooijdonk looking for the ball in the box. It's won this time by Petric. What about effort by McStay? Kept that down extremely well.
I would say a very good effort. He's come to on his right foot, 30 yards out. Good attempt from McStay.
Well, right back to his best, Paul McStay, after that long injury layoff. He was determined to win that from McCoist. Grant gets there first for Celtic. Well, that's for Pierre Van Hooijdonk. No free kick given on McLaren. Unhappy about Van Hooijdonk backing into him. Used his strength to come through him to win the ball. Here's Miller again. Asking too much of himself on the turn, losing his footing. A counter-attack on for Celtic. Here's Rudy Barter. Peter Grant has gone racing through the centre-forward position. Pierre Van Hooijdonk. That's for Donnelly. Donnelly against Wright. The nutmeg was effective, but McLaren provided the cover. A little noise again from the Celtic supporters, sensing something perhaps. Bata, McStay. McLaren clashing with Bata, the corner kick's been given.
Yes, you do feel the game swung towards Celtic now. Those chances that Rangers had in the first half are not coming under a worthwhile chance in the second half.
Approaching a midway point in the second half. Still no goals. John Hughes trying to change that for Celtic. The outswinger. Felon's pass, not read there by Salenko. The body check by McCoy, on McKinley. The free kick's taken already, keeping the play flowing. Here's Andreas Thom. Great play, McKinley. Goff's headed clearance. Good play by Salenko, robbing Andreas Thom. Gascoigne forward, the flag is up belatedly there for offside. I think the referee gave that first, in fact, against Laudrup. Well, the match being played at an incredible pace, no let up at all. Remember, we could have half an hour's extra time if the deadlock is not broken. Here's John Collins. Changes direction, waits for the opening to appear. McKinley wants to go on against Felon, who's very quick in the turn. Tommy Burns now down on the track below us. He's left his seat in the director's box, issuing instructions from the track. Van Hooydonk against Petric. And McKinley together with Petric. And the goal kick resulting from a challenge made by John Collins. So Pierre Van Hooydonk has made an early impact since joining the match as substitute.
Well, I wouldn't think that these players here would relish having extra time, because their schedule just recently has been very, very demanding.
Andreas Thom with an injury out before the match, and he's now having treatment from Brian Scott. Celtic will not want to lose his services, that's for sure. Now right, Gascoigne, Laudrup's in space. Looking for Salenko, and a very good interception by McKinley, halting Cleland. That's Collins. Van Hooydonk's layoff, so effective in that position. Donnelly waits for Bata to go outside him. Collins takes over the creative duties in midfield. Patiently probing Celtic. Grant under pressure there from Goff. Rangers have it back with Petric and Cleland. Boyd to McKinley. Cleland judged that well. Plenty of time here for Goff, picking out Gascoigne. Gascoigne doesn't like the attentions of these Celtic midfield players when he's on the ball. McLaren looking for the run made by Gascoigne. Boyd is with him. Hughes is also there. And Gascoigne going in late on John Hughes, but if he weighs play on, well, Hughes taking no real exception to that. Here's Peter Grant, caught by Petric. This is serious for Petric. Grant was past him. Posh McKinley has words with the referee about the tackle made by Gascoigne.
Well, no doubt about that. Grant was first to the ball.
Well, the tempo's rising here. Grant and McCoist. Well, Peter Grant losing his head here. McCoist having a few words with him. It's all rather ugly. The play's underway though. Goran Petric was booked there, the third Rangers player. Well, Grant and McCoist there, a nasty exchange there. Verbal happily. And here's Collins. It's brought down by Miller. Now Miller living very dangerously indeed. His second foul in quick succession at the edge of the area, having been booked in the first half.
Well, once again, absolutely no attempt to play the ball. He's living on a knife edge. A situation like that, it must be a nightmare for the manager, Walter Smith. He must be contemplating this moment whether it should be right to bring him off, because he could be sent off.
Collins of Van Hooijdonk over the free kick. Both experts from these set pieces. A better angle for the left-footed player in Collins. But Van Hooijdonk can swerve it. The deflection off the wall. It's a corner kick to Celtic. Well, this match now simmering just below boiling point. Another change being made. Andreas Tom is not able to continue. He was a risk without question, and Brian McLaughlin comes on to replace him. Tells John Collins what's required in terms of tactical alterations. Gorham collects the corner, a little fumble, uncharacteristic. So Stephen Wright in the left back position now, with Alec Cleland on the right. The injured David Robertson has been withdrawn. Here's Goran Petric, the latest player in the match to be booked. Careless one by McLaren. This is McStay. McLaughlin makes the run.
You just mentioned that Robertson's off, and quite clearly Rangers have missed him. They've lost their attacking impetus. This man in possession now, Laudrup, hasn't really featured the last 10 minutes. He's had to come over onto the right-hand side because he can't link up anymore with Robertson on the opposite side.
Trying to link up with Cleland, that was effective. Good play by Cleland. Return from Solenko. Slightly misjudged. So Cleland showing his attacking abilities there for Rangers.
It was excellent play from Cleland because he played the 1-2 with Solenko, and you expect a better 1-2 than that from the Russian World Cup star.
Was a good play by Charlie Miller. Pace, showing good control. That's for Solenko. A tackle from Boyd. Again, the value of Boyd's terrific pace apparent. The free kick there against Donnelly. And the tensions on Wright. No argument about that. Holding there as he chased the ball. This is Goff. Now Laudrup. Away from Collins. Angling that for Cleland. An ambitious pass though. And Grant was back in the saving tackle. Full of determination all over his face. There's Cleland again. Winning the corner off McKinley. Oh, he's done very well in the last few minutes, Cleland. Van Hooijdonk brought back to help the defence. The corner kick count is even. Arms flailing around there. Petric's looking for space. Goff also is there. It was very well won by Hughes. Didn't fall kindly for Miller. Gascoigne. Great chance there. It's in. It's a goal for Rangers. Scored by McCoist. Great cross from Gascoigne. And McCoist celebrates again. The man with the golden touch.
But Miller plays his part in it. Sees Gascoigne free. That's a great ball from Gascoigne. And a terrific header from McCoist. He takes up a good position at the back post. It's put on a plate by Gascoigne. McCoist just doesn't miss those.
Gordon Marshall left helpless by the quality of the cross. Boyd can do nothing about that. And McCoist gets his 5th goal of the season. So, quarter an hour remaining. Can Celtic come back? McLaughlin Body check by Cleland. Well, after all those chances Rangers had in the first half, that's about the first clear-cut chance they've had in the second period. Here's McLaughlin, driving into the box. Trying a little bit too much in that area. Now Larger. John Hughes intercepts calmly. Picks out Bata on the right. Well, the Celtic crowd silenced the little contingent of Rangers supporters. 4,500 or so. Celebrating.
Give credit also to Charlie Miller, because as that corner came out to him, as he chested it down, he thought about shooting. He knew Gascoigne was free, played a little ball into him. And the weight of the pass from Gascoigne and the accuracy was superb.
That's McKinley's cross. Stay at full stretch. Now Boyd. Back with Hughes. He's performed very well indeed for Celtic at the back. John Hughes. Collins forward. Here's McLaughlin. Now McStay. John Collins. Good play again from Collins. Here's McLaughlin. Down he goes to the tackle. The referee waves away. Any appeals? McLaughlin clearly thought he was fouled. Played in by McKinley. Headed over by Stephen Wright. Wasn't much in that. Well, a penalty claim here, Trevor.
Well, let's have a look at it. He's so frail, isn't he, McLaughlin? He can go to the floor easily. And I think he does fall there. I don't think that's a penalty. That's a good decision by the ref.
Well, I think a lot of refs better given it. And John Hughes going through the tackle there on Gascoigne. Saw one for Gascoigne, but he has the free kick. So John Hughes watching his face there as Rangers prepare to make another substitution. They're going to bring on Gordon Jury for Oleg Salenko. Well, he's shown enough to indicate he'll be a major influence in the Rangers campaign this season. If he goes off, the fresh legs of Gordon Jury are introduced to the fray. Collins. Jury. Using his upper body strength there to hold off McKinley. That's Miller. Misunderstanding there, leaving Cleland in possession for Rangers. Arthur's clearance. Well controlled by McLaughlin. Providing appeals for handball. That's McKinley. Goff's in trouble. A good recovery though. Retrieved now by McLaren.
That was very near the first mistake Richard Goff's made tonight, because he's been outstanding at the back for Rangers.
Pass intended there for Stephen Wright, asking a lot of the young defender. He had to play it back there for McLaren's help. Possession now with Celtic. The ball's out of play, and it's swerved out of play. Gordon Jury, the replacement there for Oleg Salenko. McStay, Bata, McLaughlin. Once on the ball inside the box. McLaughlin back, it comes to Collins. Came off the head of Petric.
Good play that from McLaughlin. When it came back to Collins, I thought that was going to hit the back of the net. I think it hit Petric. I don't know if it was going in.
John saw a little look there.
You see the ball laid back from McLaughlin. Collins onto it. I don't think it would have gone. I think it seemed to be going wide. But certainly Petric wasn't to know that.
Celtic trying to redouble their efforts now to get back into this tie. A throw to Rangers. John Hughes. Boyd. Judy Bata on the far side. Here's McLaughlin. Gavin Hoydonk back with McLaughlin. Well, he's never scored for Celtic, and that's perhaps the reason why. That kind of shooting.
The Rangers don't mind this too much, do they? Throughout the game, they've restricted Celtic to shooting from outside the box. When you shoot him like that, you can see why. Good little interplay though. Played it into the front man. Van Hooijdonk showed himself well. Good little layoff, but a poor finish.
Tommy Burns looking on him passively there. Walter Smith more animated in the next dugout. Grant's header forward, that's McLaughlin. Celtic, I'm sure, want him in position, driving at the defenders, especially in the penalty box. So retrieved now by Boyd for Celtic. Hughes serves Grant. Rangers funneling back now in defence. Clock ticking away, 7.5 minutes left for play. Van Hooijdonk with McLaren. A bit of wrestling by the Dutchman. Well, Walter Smith very animated indeed, sensing victory here, but concerned to make sure there's no lapse in concentration by Rangers. There's the man who separates the teams, Ellie McCoist. Decision goes Celtic's way. Well, no other alteration Celtic can make. They've been unlucky to have Pierre Van Hooijdonk a little bit struggling and only able to come on as substitute. Andreas Tom, a risk at the start of the match. He had to go off midway through the second half. This is Grant. Next day, good play in midfield. Grant now driving at the Rangers defence. Pierre Van Hooijdonk's in space. Back it comes to Grant. Well, trying to steer that in, going for accuracy rather than power.
Once again, the approach works good, but they just cannot penetrate this Rangers back three. They've stood firm all game. Little side foot from Grant, but no trouble for Gorham.
Jury playing it back with Cleland. Collins fouled by Jury. Free kick to Celtic. Here's Collins. Burnley now playing through the centre. Pierre Van Hooijdonk under pressure there from McLaren. Next day picks up the loose ball. Bata free on the right. Next day again. That's for Bata. Good position for Celtic. Now Paul McStay, the great save again from Gorham. McStay can scarcely believe it.
Well, that must go down as the save of the match. Tremendous save. Good play from Bata as the cross comes in. Goff plays it out. First time first time from McStay. And unfortunately, we missed the save of the match from Gorham.
Well, let's see it again here.
Here he is, shaping up McStay. Tremendous volley. A fantastic save from Gorham.
Certainly going right into the corner. Boyd up with Jury. Good challenge made by Grant. So Celtic trying again. The heart's perhaps broken by that save from Andy Gorham. Grant forward, here's Paul McStay. Now McLaughlin. Donnelly, McLaughlin. Caught there by Goff. Goff's been booked, remember. I think simply late there. No real malice in this. So, free kick to Celtic. Can Pierre Van Hooijdonk capitalise on this? Rudy Vata did also.
Well, it's got to be a special effort to beat this man, because he's been outstanding tonight.
John Collins also there. Van Hooijdonk. Again, it came off the wall. He's not pleased, the Dutchman. Trying to swerve that over the wall. Well, Gordon Jury jumping there to get his head to that. He did well. So, a late opportunity now for Celtic to equalise. Tosh McKinley. Headed away by Gascoigne. Forward comes Boyd and up and under. And Goff not to know. There was lots of time there. Goff and McLaren going for the same ball.
It's not the first time Richard Goff's done that. Come across, gone over the top of McLaren. McLaren's quite capable of heading the ball. Doesn't need Goff there.
Led in by McKinley again. Terrific handling by Gorham. Been an outstanding performance from the Rangers goalkeeper. So you've got to name a man of the match tonight, Trevor?
Yes, that man who's just caught that cross there hasn't made too many saves in around the 6-yard box, but he's made 2 or 3 exceptional saves from outside the box. And that last save from McStay is, for me, the save of the match. He's been outstanding, so he's my man of the match tonight.
So Andy Gorham, the man of the match. Well, goalkeepers can win matches, that's quite clear. And Andy Gorham has demonstrated that perhaps tonight, unless Celtic can produce something. Well, a bit of refreshment there for the Rangers goalkeeper. He certainly had to do some work tonight. Just a couple of minutes left, plus injury time. There's Gascoigne. Laudrup stepping away from McLaughlin. Quite happy to take the ball for a run at this stage. Goff will play it all the way back to Gorham. Tom Boyd challenged there by Jury, both former Chelsea players. Good pass from McLaughlin. This is Collins. Goff goes across. Good play by Collins. Now McLaughlin again. Collins getting the ball driven across. McLaren at full stretch with a head up. Laudrup couldn't get away from Boyd. Rudy Vata. McStay under pressure here from McLaren, resisting it well. Back with Grant. Now Hughes. In the final minute of the match, can Celtic conjure up an equaliser? McKinley, Donnelly allowed to turn. Well, he was given time there, but once again Celtic having to shoot for goal from outside the penalty box.
Yes, they're shooting from outside the box. Hasn't been particularly good tonight, apart from McStay. He's brought the best 2 saves of the match from Gorham. First half, McStay's right foot, brilliant save from Gorham. And the save 5 minutes ago kept it at 1-0 for Rangers. As I say, the save of the match.
Well, the seconds ticking away now. It looks as though Rangers in the semi-final of the Coca-Cola Cup. Or are we in for a dramatic finish? Injury time to be added. We're into stoppage time now. The Celtic supporters beginning to leave the stadium. Pierre Van Hooijdonk looking for someone on the left. There's no one there. Tosh McKinley has not advanced. Here's Jury. Well, that's good running by Jury, the fresh man. Cross it comes to Gascoigne. Possession retained well by Rangers. Into stoppage time now. Within half a minute of that, there won't be a great deal to add on. Rangers seeing out time here, and they're going to be told to retain possession. Well, McCoist and Hughes clash. It's the last incident of the match. Andy Gorham, arms upraised. He is the man who's ensured the goal from Ali McCoist was good enough to win this quarter-final of the Coca-Cola Cup. The goal coming in 75 minutes. Created by Charlie Miller and Paul Gascoigne. Finished by Ali McCoy, the man with the golden touch. The Rangers supporters, heavily outnumbered, celebrate. Gascoigne savours the moment. The Rangers supporters being greeted by the players on the field. They've made it in the end with their only really clear-cut chance of the second half, having passed up perhaps half a dozen in the first half. Celtic contributing hugely to a thoroughly entertaining match, but they leave with nothing. A smile on the face of Andy Gorham. Trevor Francis is man of the match for his outstanding saves. Laudrup was a problem for Celtic all night, but the vital breakthrough was made quarter of an hour from the end, and that's why these Rangers supporters continue to celebrate. It's been a very fine match, a lot of good football, one or two heavy